So today we're talking about anxiety, not in a dramatic way, but just figuring out what it is. I feel like some people go through the symptoms of anxiety and really do not know what they're feeling, what's going on, not even aware of why they're feeling the way that they're feeling, why you can't get out of bed, why am I crying, why am I moody, what am I overthinking, is these thoughts mine? It's a lot.
Yeah.
I probably sound like I have anxiety by just saying all of that just now. It's a lot. And it be a struggle to get through it every day. I feel like for people that's struggling with anxiety.
I think when you don't know that that's what you're dealing with, like whether it's anxiety or whatever you have going on, like when you don't know what's wrong with you, it's hardest to figure out what the fuck am I supposed to do.
No,
Like,
for real. Like, what is this? And anxiety is a nervous system response, not a personality flaw.
mm-hmm.
And I feel like we all need to kind of try to change our perspective of what anxiety is. So, nervous system goes into a fight or flight. If anything triggers you from your trauma, your nervous system is automatically goes into fight mode.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's something in survival mode. You feel it in your chest, you feel it in your gut. Your nervous system is trying to tell you something. And it's all about figuring out what is that something
Right.
so we can be able to move forward from it. What is one thing that kind of helps you calm down if you're feeling anxious?
Mm, that's hard because I feel like for me, like it depends on what I'm anxious about.
Mm.
Because I know for me, mostly it's like it's all in my head. It's whatever I'm thinking, and once I get into that space, it's real hard to get out. But like, girl, snap out of it.
Yeah.
Um, and I feel like I was just talking to somebody the other day. Like, first of all, disclaimer: I am no anxiety expert. Before I jump into
Oh
any of this,
yeah. Oh, me neither.
but no, I was explaining to somebody the other day. Like, it's so easy for me to help everybody else when it comes to something that they nervous, they anxious, like whatever's going on. It's so
Hmm.
easy for me to talk somebody else off the ledge. And then when it's my turn, it's like my brain does not know.
I
It cannot compute like what's going on.
I
Like,
feel like everyone goes through that, especially it's like basically practice what you preach,
right.
especially us as counselors or having been in that field where we kind of counsel people who's going through anxiety, going through depression and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and we can give them all the coping strategies. We can tell them this and that. I can give you the whole manual handbook on how to do it. But it's easier said than done when you're actually
Yeah,
going through that phase.
for sure.
And it's like you said, it'd be like, damn, I tell
Right.
people to get up every day and I can't get up out of this bed.
Yeah.
So it'd be a lot, but I feel like with everything that you do go through mentally,
Mm-hmm.
even if you can't even explain it to others to kind of like them help you understand it,
Mm-hmm.
is just really don't beat yourself up about it. Because again,
Yeah.
it's not a personality flaw. It's really your nervous system. Your
Mm-hmm.
nervous system is feeling the exact same thing that you had felt when this had actually happened.
Right.
You are being triggered, big or small, and it's you really just got to really do the work and figure out what is the issue, what is the root cause of it all, and then like
Mm.
how can I move forward with it.
And sometimes, I don't know, at least for me, it's like stuff that has never even actually happened yet. Like, I think my mind just be trying to overcompensate for things that are not there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to literally write it out or talk it out, like if I'm by myself, of course, because I'm not about to be talking to myself out in public looking crazy. But like, I got to write it out or talk it out and really understand or see with myself, like, okay, this is what you're feeling. This is what your mind is thinking. But this is what's really happening. So can we focus on what's actually happening and like nothing that has happened, like that hasn't happened yet and probably never will happen. You're just being really dramatic.
Right.
Like,
And it's because you subconsciously is worried about the outcome of the future.
yeah.
I heard something where they say everyone has an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Bad or good, everyone has an addiction. And sometimes you may have an addiction to answers.
Mm.
And when I heard that, that resonated so much because I feel like when we overthink ourselves about the future and so worried about the future and the outcome of it, I think once we have that thought
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of sit on it and we dwell on it, we're being addicted to an answer, or we're trying to control the narrative of something in the present, so
Yeah.
that future that we want is there. And sometimes we just have to surrender. We have to
Yeah.
stop trying to look for answers. We have to stop trying to control the outcome and just really live in the present moment
Mm-hmm.
and know that any negative thought is not God at
Yeah.
all. Any negative thought is not from a high frequency place.
Mm-hmm.
It's 9 times out of 10, it's not even our thought. Because why we want to think negative? Why we're of ourselves, you know? So we have to kind of like feel that thought and then let it go. But like I said,
Yeah.
everything is easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
But
I definitely feel like that though. Like I, for a long time, was a why person. Like I gotta know why. I gotta know
right.
why this happened. I gotta know why they said this. I gotta know why I had to go through blah 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 blah. Like I always had to know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. But
Then
no, it's like I
the,
don't understand that because it's like knowing the reasoning behind it after something already happened is not gonna fix why it happened for me because girl, it still happened. Your feelings still hurt
right.
and it is what it is. Like, so I stopped looking for a why. And then I also stopped trying to be in control. Like, no, it's supposed to be this way. I have my life set up to be like this, or my day was supposed to go exactly like blah, blah, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. I think that triggers it for a lot of people too. It's like when you don't see things going exactly how you planned, you start to panic thinking it's still not going to go the way it's supposed to go.
Right. And then you kind of be like, well, damn, I worked this hard to get this, or
Mm-hmm.
I prayed this hard to get this, and it's not working, or it's not going the way I wanted it to go. It's not coming in on time, the time that I wanted to come on
Yeah.
time. And I feel like when all of that happens and be said and done, that's when your faith is tested.
Mm-hmm.
That's when your patience is tested. That's when you are extremely tested. Put the faith within yourself,
Yeah.
because you just have to lean on to, sometimes you have to lean on to what you know is
Mm-hmm.
real right now, what you logically, realistically know what it is for right now, and kind of just stay in that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that can be hard for some people because, like, there's so many forms of anxiety.
Yeah.
And when you're not officially diagnosed, but you might be experiencing something, people, I mean, like, some people really are just out here undiagnosed with anything and
Yeah.
they don't know why they're behaving the way they are or acting the way they are. But, like, I don't know, even with me, like, last year, um, in one of my clinical social work classes, I'm bragging a little bit, y'all. But no,
Because
so
it's black
we
excellence on this couch. Y'all don't understand.
I had
But
to
that's
do
another
like a
story.
lot of like different case studies, basically just diagnosing people. And so you
Yeah.
get stuck in your mind a lot with what you think a common diagnosis is. And then the DSM is going to turn around and be like, girl, that's what you thought it was. You're absolutely wrong. You're actually not that, but it's this. So, like,
Mm.
society can make you feel like, and I think that's becoming something more prevalent too, is a lot of people just throwing anxiety out there when it really could
Yeah.
just be stress or any other
Mm-hmm.
type of things and not really anxiety. But like society throws so many stigmas out there for what something is or isn't. And so then you kind of already have like, okay, yeah, such and such acting like that. They must be blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
People looking at DSM and they're like, girl,
Yeah, because
no, that's not
you
it.
might think it's anxiety, but whole time you just a high functional depression,
Mhm.
or you can think it's ADHD. I think I got ADHD, but but I feel like 80. I feel like ADHD, especially bipolar, is be like the main, in anxiety, be like the main diagnosis
Mhm.
black people really throw on
Yeah.
each other, especially ADHD. Get that Adderall, get it all.
Have
I'm
you
telling you.
seen? There's a TED talk. Oh, I cannot remember this lady's name. It was a TED talk though that she did. And basically it was talking about how like a bunch of people randomly just started getting diagnosed. A lot of kids started getting diagnosed with ADHD out of nowhere because people were just passing it off like, oh, you have one or two behaviors out of blah blah blah. You got ADHD by get on this
No.
medicine. You got ADHD by like. but they weren't really sitting down and thinking about, okay, is it ADHD or does this person have significant trauma history? And so now they're kind of reacting based off of that. You need to look deeper into what's really going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Gotta do that. Find the root issue. Seriously, like either if you go get mental help or just do
yeah.
it for yourself.
If I can remember the name, I'm gonna send it to you so you could, like, I don't know, include it somewhere for people to watch it if they want to watch it. But I think it's really important for people to consider that too, because it's like you might feel like you have something and you might have common symptoms with somebody that is officially diagnosed with anxiety or whatever, but
Right.
do the research for yourself. Don't just
Mm-hmm.
self-diagnose. Please do not self-diagnose.
Heavy on to do the research for
um
yourself. Even if you
get the
go
help,
to,
do whatever you
yeah,
got to do, but like don't just self-diagnose yourself and be like, this is what I have, because some people run with that and then they really start becoming,
what you're becoming what you think.
yeah.
And that's another thing. Like the more you think negative, is going to be a negative outcome. You cannot allow your nervous system to really control how you move.
Mm-hmm.
Really. I have done it. Feel like a lot of people have. We're not
If
alone
it's not end
here.
well, but
Right, but when you are triggered emotionally, it may have you lash out in a way that you do not agree with or what you try to like come from.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, it definitely happens, but definitely having on to do the research for yourself, especially if you are against medicine, if you are against going to the doctor or getting providers' opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you are self healing, do the research. Not only because you want to educate yourself, but you really want to pour into yourself and your health and your wealth and your mental health. Do the research. A lot of people struggle sadly alone with anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
I see it out here every day. Anxiety can be in motherhood, anxiety can be in fatherhood, any strong person. That's why they always say check on your strong friends. The suicide rates get higher every fucking day. We see it with
Mm-hmm.
these celebrities all the time. It's not about what you have. It's really materialistically wise. It's
Right.
really about, you know,
The rate
your
is also
mental.
getting higher with younger kids too.
It
That's
is.
very scary and it's sad. So if y'all got kids, talk to y'all kids
Yes,
also.
please talk to your kids, educate your kids on emotional intelligence. Ask them every day how they feel about themselves. Ask them every day, what happened at school. Are you making friends? How do you feel about making friends? Are you happy? Are you okay? Is it, you know, kids being a mom, I realized, kids pick up on a lot of things, and it's going to be a lot of things they pick up on that they do not tell you. They do not make you aware of. Your mood, how you feel, they see it and they feel it before anybody
Mm-hmm.
else, before you leave out this front door. So you always want to make sure that, you work on yourself so you can push through the day and get centered, get back into your happy place so your kids can see that, because it definitely rubs off. They pick up on everything that we do, even if we don't think they're looking, even if we don't think they're listening, they know. I had made a post and I was like, tell your children about the world and don't sugarcoat shit.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody DM me and was like, some things is not for the kids. If they is on social media, if they have a phone, you can talk to
If
them
they are
about
not
damn
homeschooled,
near. You if they not
because even
homeschooled, you
if
can.
they don't have like their own phone or you're monitoring their social media, you can't monitor who they're talking to at school. You cannot monitor what they overhear at school, on the bus, on the playground, wherever. Like,
Exactly. Like it's the shit that we didn't even see, didn't even know of when we were growing up because we didn't have social media. You can talk to these kids about any and everything because it's in their face.
yeah.
I don't care how old they are. If you gave them a phone, they're on social media,
Mm-hmm. I
you can
think it's
talk to
better
them.
to hear from their parents than going down a rabbit hole of misinformation online, because you can put anything online and people say it's true and it don't be true at all.
It don't be true at all because so first of all, they removed the fact check of social media a minute ago. So it's and I feel like that was to like create the blueprint for AI.
Mm.
So anything is, matter of fact, you seen the new
Now you
movie
gotta
Scream?
no, I haven't.
Oh, okay. So
You saw it.
I did.
Dang, I'm gonna have
But
to go watch that this
I
week.
did,
Life is
and I
moving
don't
too
want to blow
fast.
it for you.
No, because like a
But
whole year ago, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait. And then the year gets here.
I don't want to blow it for you. But I brought up the movie because they use AI. And it kind of was like an eye opener because you know how Scream has a
Like as
lot
it
of fucking
in the
movies.
movie, they used AI as in like to create the movie, or AI is just incorporated in the script of the movie.
AI is incorporated in the script of the movie
Okay.
to basically show like, hey, I can really say somebody else killed this person. And that's all I'm gonna give you because you ain't seen it yet. That's all I'm gonna give you. But it was just an eye opener. Like AI Scream, that shit wouldn't have been on the first movie.
I mean, but I saw that coming, not in the movie, but like I saw that coming in real life because it's like the more people started using the little AI, make my little family look like blah blah blah, all the little, respectfully, no offense to none of the people that enjoyed that, but all the little dumb shit that they be doing with AI,
and
it's like you can make somebody make a video of them doing anything, and that's not me. And now I gotta give a full disclaimer, like, y'all, that's not me, it's AI. And people be joking like when the dead ass be them. Be like,
right, it's like I don't even know, like, was
AI.
it really
I was not
you?
outside last week, that was AI. But it's like in real life that's dangerous because some people, the government, with their advanced ass technology, when you want to set somebody up, all I gotta do is use AI.
Exactly.
And say you did it. Like, you know how hard it is to probably be a lawyer right now and be like, that's not me, that's AI.
And then the lawyer like, you sure? Like, you supposed to be on my side. Like, it's a hard fight, man.
Technology.
The world has made everything a hard fight. I feel like everybody is going through something. And yeah, that's just that. Everybody is really going through something. And I feel like the world and society done made it hard to love on each other. It made it hard to trust each other. It made it hard to believe in other people and also believe in yourself. So sometimes you may have your days where you're good and you got your pick me up. And it'll be some days that you're not. And it's okay. Just don't beat yourself up about it and really just we gotta keep fighting, y'all.
Do you feel like society or social media has made it more difficult for people to vocalize their mental health concerns in a way?
Yeah.
Because like I feel like part of me is like, okay, people are becoming more aware about different, like, mental health struggles. And on one hand, it's helpful for some people because it's like, dang, I didn't know all these resources out here. I didn't know I could do X, Y, and Z. I didn't know that this, coping skill would work. And then on the other hand, you got people like, oh my God, everybody got anxiety now. Everybody got depression now. Like, yes,
we do.
Everybody does.
And do.
Like,
press the fucking button.
Unfortunately, there is a larger number of people that do have these things. Like, am I going to say every single body? No.
Right.
But unfortunately, yes, a lot more people do have these things. And they're open to talking about it because people are making awareness of it. So, like, stop trying to get people to go back in their shell.
And that's another thing,
because you want to be a hater because somebody want to talk about their mental health. I'm so confused. Like, I don't understand why we're upset about that.
It's and like I was ready to say, it makes it very hard for people to want to vent. That's another thing. Even if you have people in your corner and you can still like kind of feel alone. Even if you feel like nobody can understand you, you can talk to whoever your higher power is. That's one. Two, kind of you might got to talk to yourself, journal, write it down, or just start just having these hard conversations or these hard truths. You have to have some type of outlet, some type of
Yeah.
way. So you really just have to dive deep into who you are, what makes you feel good, and then
Mhm.
that's when you can gain your self-care routine or your coping strategies that you use to kind of bring you back into a centered place.
Mhm.
But yeah, for those people who you may have someone in your life that comes to you and express to you about how they feel mentally, the people that does that really, first of all, feel like they can be comfortable enough to be vulnerable to you, and they
Mhm.
also feel like you wouldn't judge them, because it takes a lot for somebody to
It
come
does.
to you and really be vulnerable, really cry, and really say, hey, this is all of me. This is
Mhm.
the storm that I'm going through inside, and I feel like the worst thing that you can do is make somebody feel like they're doing too much, or they're being a burden,
Yeah.
or try to, like, sometimes people don't want to hear, like, okay, you should have done this better,
Mhm.
or maybe if you just do this. Sometimes people want to just call you and just talk and just
Right.
vent,
The
because
comfort should come before the lesson.
exactly. And also, for our overthinkers, before I even came to you, I already thought about this 2 weeks ago and been thinking about it every fucking day. So I fucking come into you, and then it's like, damn, you make me feel like shit, or you make me feel like weak, or just be strong. All right. So it's just a lot,
Yeah,
man.
I think it's important for everybody to have at least one solid person that they can like really go to when you all the way down and you just try all your other coping skills, or you just don't have the energy to try. Like you
Yeah.
gotta have that one person. And a lot of people don't have that one person. So sometimes it's like their only outlet is stuff like social media. And then for
Yep.
me to turn around and pour my heart out on social media, I don't need everybody to care. That's just where my outlet is. And then
Yeah.
you get all these negative people. Oh my God, why is everybody feeling like
Or
what?
why is you crying? Why are you recording yourself crying? Because nobody else.
That's their only outlet. And maybe they just want to cry. Do I
Right.
support crying on camera? No
No.
comment. But but if that's what you gotta do in your moment to really get it out and not hold it in, then that's what you need to
Right.
do.
Because
Like,
at the end of the day, who cares? Because people are going to talk about you good or bad.
right.
You can be doing everything right. You can be living the life, the dream, and somebody going to have something negative to say, because there are really miserable people out here.
There are.
There are very miserable people out here. So, yeah, do your discernment with that. Because hurt people hurt people.
Mm.
Ooh. Do we need to get into that? Oh,
Which
do
what's on,
you?
what's on the outline of
Anxiety. I love Chris Brown. I
Me
think I talked about
too.
him the last episode.
And that's okay.
I'm manifesting
Mhm.
something. Not
Another
like that,
tour.
but huh?
Another tour.
Oh yeah, definitely another tour.
Please.
Well, come to Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, and come on my podcast. Yep, I'm manifesting that.
Ooh. And you know what? I'll be right there.
Chris Brown is in the building. So I'm manifesting that. Yeah, yes. Also, so before we go though, I definitely wanna ask a question.
Okay, I'm scared.
Okay. Do you really don't talk to yourself?
I do. I said I do.
Okay, you do.
Was that the question?
That was. Because I feel like, all right,
No.
no, do you rehearse conversations in your head before having them?
Sometimes I do. Um, and not in a way of like, okay, if they say this, then I need to say this back. Like kind of having it ready, but it's like I'm rehearsing in my head, like, okay, this conversation can go one of few ways. If I say this, they can respond like that, or they can
Yeah.
respond like blah blah blah. I just need to be prepared for either response. So it's like I do rehearse it. I probably should stop rehearsing it because the conversation never goes any of the ways that I plan. By the way, in my head, so it's like, all right, I just did all that for nothing. Like,
Right. So I do it too. And I kind of want to like stop too
Mhm.
as well, because I feel like it, of course, it's another form of anxiety, but I feel like it's another way of trying to control the outcome
Mm-hmm.
of the conversation. And then sometimes I would have, I feel like I'm doing better with this though as I'm growing.
You need to grow.
But no, I feel like
No, because it's the way you snapped out of the jig. Like
you
listen,
that
I
face.
forgot where I was
Did I get that? Ow, oh my god. You was like, okay, bitch. What
By
the fuck
all
is
means,
going on?
enjoy your growth. I have to edit this out. The laugh is horrible.
I know my laugh. My laugh is always horrible.
I don't have a
y'all
laugh.
gonna
I
hear
have
it.
a cackle. I do not laugh. I do not giggle. I cackle. I yell. I scream. It's nothing cute about my laugh at all.
Mine's is very obnoxious,
Oh my
but
god.
you know, but yeah,
Back to
rehearsing
your growth.
back to my growth. Yeah, I feel like feel like everyone should grow every day. Everyone should evolve every day. You know, you learn something new every day. So hey, that's another form of growing. But yes, I feel like rehearsing conversations in your head is kind of like trying to control the outcome.
Mm.
I also had a hard time with kind of like putting my thoughts into words
Yeah.
because I'm always in my thought.
Mm. And so when you get too deep in your thought, you like, dang, I don't know what to say out loud because I'm still thinking. It's just nothing but thinking. You're not coming to no conclusion. Okay. But when that happens, do you journal or like just talking out loud to yourself help with that? Or
I I'm always going to journal. I've been journaling since I was a little girl.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like because I always had this issue and I always journaled, it wasn't journaling that was helping me.
Mm.
I feel like now I need to say things out loud, even if I am talking to myself, to practice my mind of being able to put my thoughts into words.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense because it's like, I mean, I don't know. For me, like I could write something and then when I write it, as I'm writing it, I'm like kind of making more sense of what I'm thinking. So I'm kind
yeah,
of doing both. I'm writing and I'm talking aloud because, like, girl,
yeah, but
do that really make sense? Because like you can write it, but once you say it out loud, it's like, hold on,
right. And that's
let's
another thing
rethink
I
that
didn't used to
statement.
do. Like I would journal, I would write my poems. I even started writing a book. Get into that later.
Okay,
But yeah, like I write my journal, write my poems, but I would never like say them out loud. I think I say my poems out loud just so it sounds like poetic or
yes.
but like when I journal, I never would like say it out loud. So when I start like reading what I've been journaling, like, oh bitch, you've been going through it.
Yeah.
Bitch. Like it's and then I have like a lot of books from like years. So then I started opening them. I'm talking about like from like 2020, 2017, 20, like just start opening them. I be like, damn, you've been going through the same shits for years. What are we doing? You know?
Dang, because I was just gonna say I love when I look like at my own journals and I'm like, girl, you was tripping for nothing back then. Like, look at you
Yo,
now.
no,
Everything is
that
great.
for sure. That for sure. Like I really have been, tripping about some things. Like, okay, but my whole thought process has always been the same. So,
I think one thing I learned kind of like really within the last year is like your thoughts really do become your reality. So you really have to be careful about what you're thinking about, what you're overthinking about, stopping yourself from overthinking, even down to journaling, because journaling, unbeknownst whether you're doing it intentionally or not, it's a form of manifestation.
It is.
And so you really got to be careful with the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the words you write. Like you control the narrative of your reality. So I mean, if you want to live under that dark cloud,
you gotta come
stay
up
there.
yeah.
But if you don't want to, like, reframe the thought. Like,
yeah,
I've been working a lot on that too.
Yeah, because staying in the dark cloud is nasty. And then you don't want to. You're a mom. You gotta get up. You gotta work. You gotta you got to show up.
Yeah.
No matter how you're feeling, you have to show up. And that can start a functional depression because
you just be living on autopilot.
right. And you really just got to like find the balance of it all. Yes, please do get up. Don't stay in your bed. However you feeling, whatever mood you in, get up and get shit done. But also take time for yourself to feel how you feeling and to really figure that part out, because you don't want to just be working like a robot. Just be having everything all in and not having an outlet. And then when something really do trigger you, you crashing out. And the next thing you know, you own the motherfucking RVA.
Please don't be on RVA
got you
news,
papers for assault and a battery because you know whoop some ass. You know?
That's a whole nother thing though. Like emotional regulation is so like, girl, a whole nother episode for a whole nother day, respectfully. Because a lot of things, like, I ain't gonna say, well, yeah, I am gonna say it actually.
Like, I am gonna say it.
Most things really could be prevented if people were more regulated. Certain conversations wouldn't have to happen.
Yes.
Arguments wouldn't happen. Altercations wouldn't happen. Like, so much can change when you regulate your emotions, because sometimes, like, you are the problem.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold your hand when I say it. Like,
yeah.
you are the problem. And I had to learn that for myself. Like, not that I was ever blaming other people, but I always was confused when, like, girl, sometimes you was the fucking problem. And look inward. Regulate yourself. If you hadn't said what you said or did what you did,
it might not been the outcome. And you know, I had like a rough childhood. So it was a time in my life where I felt victimized, like everybody was doing something to me. But then I had to realize that I kind of picked up on some shit that and I feel like this gonna be another topic, because I feel like this is how people become narcissists. Y'all kind of will pick up those traits that we had experienced from the people that did that to us. So if I'm always around somebody that's been manipulating me,
you can either keep being manipulated or become the manipulator.
Exactly. So I have realized that it may have been, some things I picked up, not being aware of. It's kind of like a coping mechanism. So if I feel like you're playing me, I'm going to play you. Ooh.
And there we go.
Not saying that's what I did.
There we go.
Not saying that's what I did, but that's not being emotionally regulated.
No, because
so, like I said, I might be the problem. This issue may be because of me. This is not my intentions.
Yeah.
Because this is not who I am. But this is what I have turned into because I was in this certain environment.
And
for
also,
so
that
long.
don't mean every time something go wrong, start making yourself the problem now. Please don't overthink. Because I think one thing with a lot of people that do truly have anxiety, have a lot of all or nothing, black and white thinking. And so when you say stuff like you may be the problem, some people would take that and be like, "Oh my God, you're right. I am the problem." Like, calm down. Every time, no. Sometimes, yes. Like, please, we gotta give disclaimers, like, because some people really will take that and be like, you know what, damn, I am always a problem. Like, hold on, that's not.
I am the fuck up.
To say that.
No, you're not always the problem. It just may be something that you are doing that you are not aware that you're doing, or you're not aware that it is giving out this different perspective or making someone else feel. Because you may have subconsciously thought it was normal because it was being done to you. So, like you said, this particular thing may be my fault. So let me look inward and see, first of all, how did we get here? Why did we get here? And how can we get from here? So Awareness is the first thing, and I feel like once you are aware of it, you are able to start making changes. Is everything going to change overnight? No, that's like breaking a bad habit. You know how long it will take you to stop smoking weed?
I don't know.
Black and Mouse,
That's
cigarettes,
subjective per person.
alcohol. It is subjective to each person, but it be hard,
It
being
is.
consistent in the gym. Anything I feel like
Mhm.
with consistency, anything that takes you out your comfort zone, anything that you have to work for, it can, it can be hard. It can be a
Yeah.
little
It's definitely not
challenging.
a linear, straight and narrow. I'm committed, I'm focused, everything is gonna be great. No, it's a lot of up and down. I thought I
Yeah.
was doing good, now I'm not doing good. And maybe you are still doing good. It's just a newer challenge on another level. And now it's like, shit,
Yeah.
I gotta learn again.
I gotta learn again.
Like
And like I say, it's nothing wrong with growing every day. It's definitely nothing wrong with you have to evolve every day. You learn something
yeah.
new every day. If you have to work on yourself every day, please
Mhm.
do it. It's always the light at the end of the tunnel. And you just gotta keep pushing because we love you and you gotta love yourself.
Mhm. I support that. We love y'all.
You know y'all. You love yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. It's all we got. Until next time.